Hello ma'am, my name is Dhaval Pandav. I am from collegedunner.com. A very warm welcome to our interview series which is called Thoughts on Education, where we interview with the various dignitaries such as owners, VCs, principals, HODs and teachers. Before I proceed with this interview, I would request you to give a brief introduction about yourself.
Good afternoon. So myself Bindu. I have joined this institute in 1994 after graduating in electrical engineering from Kerala University. After that, I started my career here in 94 and I continued teaching in this organization till today. Meanwhile, I pursued my ME from VJTI and PhD in the year PhD I completed in the year 2013. I have taken this HOD's position in the year 2015, and since then till today I am continuing as head of the department. Meanwhile, I have taken so many other roles also along with this HOD, that I was Dean Student Affair. I had been in charge of many activities and all. I always look forward for conducting many things for my students because I enjoy it.
It was really nice knowing about you and your experience, ma'am. So my first question is, you have held key position at Education Institute throughout your professional career. So what keeps you connected with the education sector and how has been your experience so far with this institute?
I'm the first member which joined in this institute, and I can tell 1994 this institute started, and since then I am associated with this organization. Teaching is my passion, so I always like to follow my passion. I always love to be with this young generation and see to it that how they are growing up. That is the way I keep enjoying. So a person, if he enjoy the work, they can contribute more.
Being the HOD at FCRIT, what are your roles and responsibilities, ma'am?
And in our program, we have undergraduate program, we have postgraduate program, and we have PhD program. So being a HOD, I need to see the overall growth of every individual. So based on their degree, we need to see that what are the things which they require to develop in that particular degree. So we had to see maximum what is from our side possible and maximum what they can take. That way we see to it that students are building their knowledge, develop their skill, and they are fit to any industry, or we can tell they are fit to adaptable to any industry. So that is the way we train them.
Since we are autonomous, so can you give us some highlights about the NEP 2020?
24-25 onwards our college is going to autonomy, under autonomy. So while framing the curriculum, we have seen to it that we will be in incorporating NEP. So we have studied NEP thoroughly. What are the key features of NEP is that a student from wherever they complete the credit point, that credit point can be accumulated and can be considered for giving the degree. Another thing is, at any point if a person wants to discontinue, we can give a certificate based on the credit point he has accumulated. So in engineering, if they want to discontinue in the third year, we can give a diploma certificate to them and they can discontinue the course. Another one key point is that in NEP, other than technical thing, various other courses are included. So they will be knowing about Indian knowledge system. They will be studying about the research methodology. There are so many soft skill development things are there. If a passion is for photography, that also can be one course among that. So NEP, we can tell it is challenge to implement. That one of the best thing which we can give to the students.
What do you say is the greatest strength of FCRIT, ma'am?
See, I am the best person to talk about FCRIT strengths because since I am associated with the institute from 1994. The strength is dedicated, sincere teachers. That is the strength of this institute. Another thing is that the management is so supportive that the requirement, if we put forth within no time, they sanction that and give which is suitable for the student. So the infrastructure which we are having, it is comparable. We can tell it is equivalent to what is available in the key institute like IITs, NITs and all. So that is the best thing we can tell. So the institute support for the development of the teachers as well as for the development of the student, and once a teacher develops, then only we can give the input to the student.
What are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and for our institute?
See, I will talk about my program. The program which I am heading is electrical engineering program, and electrical, as you know that right now we can see everywhere there are solar rooftop paneling, there are EV, electric vehicle charging station. These are all key things which is coming. And you can see the DC microgrid from the solar directly you can give DC power supply to the system, and the grid is connected. It's the upcoming area. So opportunities are too much, but the students fraternity is not ready to take up that opportunity and come ahead. They are going behind some other streams, but I sincerely request everybody to look into this stream, because this is having application of all the computer domain like IoT, data structure, AML, everything can be incorporated here. Opportunities are too much in this domain. So I wish people should look forward to this domain as well as take up this one.
Any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
See, the current youth, they should follow their passion and they should try to develop their skill and choose the appropriate stream where they can showcase well.
It was pleasure talking to you and interviewing on Thoughts on Education, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.